Welcome once again to Prep to Thrive. I'm Ben, the little brother.
And I'm Molly.
And today we're going to be talking about one of the meals that I basically had to have while doing the Whole30. And the reason is, with as many vegetables and as many fruits as my wife made me over and over, and all these different spaghetti squashes and stuff like that, like eventually I just wanted something that felt like the comfort food I was used to. So today, green beans, French fries, and steak. Doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah, and we're really excited because we have split a whole cow up between our family, and so we had a say in how this one was raised and not fed as long on grain as they normally are. So I think that's a cool thing too. Here. I'm so sad.
It's gonna be great, Barry.
You're going, this is not your kitchen.
Plant power. I just marinated Barry's filet in green bean juice.
You're going to steak hell. Right in there with the people that talk in theaters.
I'm so sad. It'll all burn off, it's fine.
Alright, so first off, let's just talk about like what we've done. So far with the potatoes, we've chopped them up. We then soaked them and kind of ran them under water for a little bit to get a lot of the excess starch off. That's going to help them crisp up when we do them in the air fryer. We also have...
and we dried them off.
We did dry them off, and we're actually going to be doing something which was her idea.
I'm going to be putting some grass-fed tallow on them. The original fat that McDonald's used for their fries in the 50s was tallow, so we're going to see how that goes.
I'm excited about that. We've never done that before. It'd be an awesome experiment. But as far as the steak goes, this is my bread and butter. This is what I enjoy. This is what I love. Molly brought me 2 fillets again. I got 2 fillets, and then we got the New York strip. The New York strip has a lot of fat, so I have trimmed off a little bit of the edge there because usually the steak tends to cook down just a little bit, and I want the entire thing getting a pretty even cook, so I just kind of rounded off the edge of that hard fat, but I left most of it on there because fat is flavor. So far, all that I've put on it was the pink Himalayan salt. I like this because it doesn't have a really strong salty flavor, so you can tend to put a little bit more on than you would normally do, and it'll help with that Maillard reaction where you get the nice crust on the outside. To help facilitate that, we're also going to go ahead and put some garlic powder on it. That might be a bit much. I'm going to try to go a little bit lighter.
Sure.
Yeah, just a hair.
Go with this green bean juice.
It's really going to pair well with the green bean juice. Then we're going to go with pepper. And you can tend to be pretty heavy with the salt and pepper. I'm going to keep it away from berries.
Thank you.
Going to flip these over. I'm going to try to... I've already salted both sides. So we're going to go ahead and do pepper.
Get sneeze.
And just a bit more garlic powder. Keeping it very simple, just 3 ingredients, or 3 seasonings. Now with the filet, where it's so thick, I actually like to go around the outside and get the outsides with that, because we are going to cook the sides too to get that fantastic crust all the way around. Now fillets don't have a lot of fat to them, not like the New York strip. So usually you would want to add a fat to that. I've used the avocado oil on top, and sometimes right when I'm about done, I'll put a little bit more avocado oil on there. But today we're going to use my favorite additive for steak, and it's this guy. This is saved bacon grease. We are in the South. Virginia does count. And you save your bacon grease. And I'm telling you, this is a match made in heaven. Filet mignon, bacon grease. It's going to be wonderful. So I'm going to go throw these bad boys on the grill. And we're going to also go ahead and melt the tallow and get it on those and go ahead and salt the fries up. And yeah, let's get to work.
I'd recommend the bacon out of the freezer section. That's a little cleaner than what you get out of the refrigerator section.
Correct. We did get bacon that didn't have any like nitrates. This is like organic bacon grease.
This is the cleanest bacon grease you can get.
This is the best bacon grease. All right, let's get to work. Yeah, sorry about the darkness. It, fall, it caught up on us real fast. Of course, like I said, we're going to start off with the Southern secret ingredient, the bacon grease that makes everything better. Go ahead and just kind of spread that around. All right. Let's go ahead and set the fillets on. Put theirs up there. Bam. Boom. Boom. And the New York strip. And whatever this is. It's the tiniest.
It's the little bonus bite.
It's the bonus bite. It's the little bite that could. Thank you
Might
very
be
much.
needing your probe.
I don't typically cook these to time. I cook them to temperature. And that temperature is around 135 to 145. That's going to be a good medium. And that's, yeah. Along with putting green bean juice on your filet mignon, cooking a steak well done is another way to wind up in steak hell. I'm joking. You can do a well done steak if you want, but you really need to have a good sear. And then the next secret would be to when you're done getting your sear all around the steak, then you would just put it on a pan and put it in the oven at 400 for a couple minutes until you hit those temperatures. I'd have to look up what a well-done steak, the temperature is for that, because I don't have that memorized. A big thing I'm doing here is leaving it be for about maybe a minute or two. Even though I don't cook to time, I do want to go ahead and build that sear. I do have the black top, but before this I would make the same exact steaks inside. I would just recommend, if you're like me and you have an induction stove where it's just a glass top ranges, most pans don't hold enough heat to be able to get that sear that you want on a steak. So my recommendation for that is if you're going to do this indoors, make sure that you turn on your smoke hood and use a cast iron, because it's going to hold the heat from the range heating up from one turn to the next. But this can be done indoors, but it's so much better to just come outside and cook on the black top.
While Ben's outside, I'm going to season up these fries really quick, and I'm also preheating the air fryer. We're not going to actually add a lot of fat to these, just a little bit of flavor and some salt. I read that McDonald's in the 50s started out using a tallow blend for deep frying their French fries, and when the campaign against saturated fat happened, they had to get rid of it, and so now they put in artificial beef flavoring and use some kind of industrial seed oil. So I'm really interested to see how real beef fat tastes on French fries, and we're using an air fryer, so we don't have to use very much oil at all. I'm just going to try to get a very light coating on these potatoes. am the mess today.
Well, it's not
And-
your kitchen.
I know, Ben's doing great. Oh, I had to melt the tallow. And it is, I don't know where the jar went. It is Fatworks pastured beef tallow.
Alright, it's been about 2.5, maybe 3 minutes. We're gonna go ahead and take a peek and see if we're getting that reaction that we're looking for. And beautiful. That's why you want good heat. That one especially. The green bean juice has not messed up that one at all. Now what's important about the fillets, and that one probably could go a little bit longer on this side. What's important about the fillets is we got those cut 2 inches thick. It's usually something that you want to do. We got, where we had the cow butchered, we got all the steaks done at about 1.25 inches. The filet mignon we got at a full 1.5 inches. I don't know, it's just better to have that taller fillet. But you want to make sure that when you're done cooking the top and bottom with the fillet, you're also going to turn it and cook it on its side.
This feels really disgusting. I can't pick up the salt. I don't think I've thought this through. Here, Barry, you wanna, here, cameraman job. Professional hand model.
I hope I'm in focus.
No. The salt is the important part, I think. You're uneven.
Can only do 4 things at once.
Okay. That's a lot of salt. Beautiful.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Alright, well she's got the french fries going in there. Right now I'm just rendering the fat on the edge of the New York strip. I'm making sure that that gets good and cooked because rendered fat is flavor. And I've also got the fillets on side number 1. Here in just a second I'm going to go ahead and turn them over. And if you stack them close to enough to each other, you can also use them to kind of prop each other up.
It's solidified immediately, hitting the cool fries.
Look at that. Looks pretty good.
We're going to experiment with this much. The total here is about 2.5 pounds. My hands are still, I can't. There we go. No! Where's the, oh. Gotta cut that part out.
Alright, we're getting there. And I went ahead and kind of like arranged them in a way that I could get them leaning against each other to get the last couple edges seared.
Looks like meat hinge.
Yes. It's a natural formation. Nobody knows how it wound up this way. But it will be tasty.
I think it was alien.
This was that little bite. And it's amazing. Oh, you saw nothing. Yeah, it's for the kids. Good. Looks like they all should probably be about done. Really get that in there. Yes. These should all, that one's thinner, so that one's definitely done. Now we just need to let it sit for at least 4 or 5 minutes, and it'll go ahead and pull all that moisture back in. The last thing you want to do is trip at the finish line by cutting into a steak before it's ready. So let's get these in there, get them resting. We'll check on the French fries, and well, if they're not done in 5 minutes, then we start with steak. Okay, so we still got French fries going. It took a lot longer. I'll get you those times when it's done. We did cut them a bit thicker than we normally do, but they also shrink up a little bit in the air fry, so hopefully they turn out awesome. But my kids are hungry. We're gonna go ahead and slice this up and see how we did. I covered these guys in aluminum foil, let them sit for the 5 minutes, and then when I came back out, this was all dry. Now it's sitting in some juice, and it's still soaking that up and absorbing. Let me go ahead and cut through this New York strip. We got some pink on the inside. It's probably a little bit medium well, but it's for the kids. Okay. Ours are gonna be a bit better. All right, I'm gonna chop this up and serve them.
So the potatoes were cooked at 375 for 20 minutes. I think that they're nice and golden on the outside. They taste good. I think we're gonna try to cook them at 400 for 15 minutes and see if that works a little bit better or gives us different results. But the experiment's good. Happy
Beautiful pink. I love it. This is gonna be amazing. That's mine. Y'all take care.
We mean it.